20%.
No, you stop shouting. I'll turn you up. Jesus Christ.
Kick things off here. In game number 1 is best of 5 series. Watch this go down as we watch Admiration. Oh my god.
They're bringing out the Abby Jerome strat, the undefeated strategy from the last tournament at which Abu Mosh and P2W actually beat Mike and Vex with. They're pulling it out on this map. They're not changing that up.
Yeah, and they're going all in. Now you're already seeing Mike researching 15 seconds out from active camo. He's immediately trying to get this this node track going. He's overextending here with his first grunt onto the power side of blue here to take their first node. He's got 4 grunts already positioned. He's working on the 5th.
Mr. Hoju Bobby Daniels over here. He's going to be going Gen 2nd as Forge. We'll be able to upgrade that as soon as possible. We got some fodder moving across to the right-hand side. Wait, I thought they banned Yep.
No, they went for no bans on both. They've changed their minds 17
They both changed
times.
their minds? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see, I was about to say.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed here by Mike Beaston's gameplay. It was a little sloppy, as we did see in that last tournament. He had definitely cleaned things up. He's on point, on micro here. He's taken all of these nodes ASAP with no trouble whatsoever. It's going to be a Gen 4th build coming out of Mike Beaston as Admiration does set up to take that back mini. He was pressed a little bit by Light Blue to get his mini stolen, but he was right on time to take those back 2 minis as Mike is still pumping grunts and working on these nodes and be able to secure his side node there. The infamous Abu Masha has now created a strategy that Mike Beaston has perfected here. He's sitting on 4 nodes. The one on the far right is the only one that was contested, but he was successful.
Ooh, Hoju almost losing his mini base to Mike there. I did just get there in time to pick that up. And he's in a double generator, so it looks like he might just be going into quick tech hogs.
Admiration's already set up. I mean, look at his power spike here. He's got 1 upgraded supply pad and a generator, and he's got more power than he could imagine for. He doesn't have enough blue to queue that leader, which is going to be coming up now. And he's got racks on the backside. So Admiration setting up to play a nice T1 here. Take a look back at Mike.
Yeah, he just queued up that Jerome. He's going to come out at about 2:45 here. The barracks is already ready for some snipers, possibly flamers. They want to keep the nodes for as long as possible to get that power spike. Get Mike into Tech 2 as quickly as possible, and he normally picks up an early expo, goes into Phantoms on third point.
And Arenti sitting with his Yap here. I'm curious what he's going to opt in for. Still seeing a lot of cannon fodder being pumped, so it looks like he might want to rush T2 as well. We are seeing the methane wagons do come out on the side there. He's an opt-in for heavy grunts and wagons actually to try to defend T1. But again, these nodes are going to be the biggest issue for blue team because we do look at Mike here. Take a look at back. He's caught on up here. He's got a double generator, upgrading it now, setting a second base, and Jerome's going to have no problem being able to contest T1 to try to defend that. As he's pushing back on out, trying to get that node.
This Jerome isn't upgraded yet. It doesn't have the Mantis upgrade. Admiration decided to go Tech 2 instead, and he's going to be putting up that second gen on the back mini instead of that barracks. So, did he actually not build out of the barracks?
No, he canceled it for a second generator.
Right,
I mean,
I guess
in this power department. Look, look at it.
Yeah, I know. I guess he just thought, you know what? I got that much power. I don't know what to do with it. I'm just gonna get a second gen up, go into Tech 2, and screw the Jerome upgrade.
That's a 3-minute and 15-second queue time for both of them. I mean, that is just amazing. Admiration already in Tech, setting down a garage. He should be able to upgrade his supply pads here. He's now opting in to upgrade the Mantis T2.
Yeah, they still have 5 power nodes. One got decapped. They're about to recap it, but the man's going to go off. They're going to defend that. But 4 power nodes is crazy. That's the same as an upgraded generator. So red team pretty much have 3 generators right now between them. And blue team have to push right now or this game's going to be over.
They don't realize exactly what's going on. They do see the T1 Jerome. They're expecting that. But, I mean, for both these players to be in T2, got Warthogs already pumping at 4 minutes. And if we take a look back at home for Arenti, he's still got a double gen, but he's still quite a ways out from T2. Take a look at Hoju, who is in T2. He's now pumping his own respective Warthogs and trying to get his leader on up.
See, even with the Forge quick tech, he's still miles behind on tech compared to red team here. And Arenti didn't push up and deny any of these expos on Tech 1, even though he has the bigger army here. He's going to walk straight to the mines. Might lose a methane wagon there. He's definitely going to lose a lot of that fodder. The grunts are in cloak.
They are in cloak. They're going to press on. Nice split for the wagons there. Did split off the weak one. It's going to be chased down by those units there. But this is going to back on blue team on up here. And like you said, that quick tech, that respective quick tech is insane. Because Mike still was on the same par as T2 with him. And was able to grab an expansion, spending that power there.
Now Mike, with the hero, going to be pushing up onto the expert of Arenti here. He's not Tech 2, by the way. Loses another methane wagon. The hogs are now rolling in, but that Jerome's Tech 2 should be enough to deal with these early hogs.
Yeah, just some classic Shipmaster gameplay here. We're going to see a
Scare Bomb, but they're just going to walk out of it. It's not going to hit anything. They've still got Conduit of Rage activated, and that's going to heal them, give them the speed to escape from the Scatter Bomb. Mine 1 going down with a beam, but good splits by Mike. He's not going to lose a lot there.
Yeah, those are 3 desperation power leaders that were spent there. I mean, blue team just trying to hang on here. They can feel the aggression. They're shocked by the units.
They're giving up. That's it. Game number 1 going to CYM B Team here.
Yeah, Mike and Vex are going to show up and play very, very well. Mike was insanely fast on all of those nodes. Played them all to a T. Did lose one in the beginning, but that just all that power on Rift is amazing.
You got the maps here?
No, sorry, I don't. I'm too busy reading what you guys are writing. What's the next map?
Next map is Ashes.
Ashes, great. Move on to game number 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. Watching the gods clean up that game really fast. Nice 5-minute game. Nice map pool. A little bit different than the standard Bedrock, Rift, Frontier first 3 maps here. So we're jumping straight into Ashes. Fantastic 2s map. Again, Mike and Vex looking really, really good there. Took advantage of the Shipmaster node strat there. It's going to give them that massive power spike. It looked like they wanted to play T1, but there was so much power because the nodes were uncontested. They decided to just jump into T2, and they won that game with Cloak Grunts. Yeah,
that was crazy. You really have to either deny those expos and pressure the main base, or take all of those power nodes back, because they had 5 power nodes for such a long time, and you could see how much power they were actually gaining to help them there.
Yeah, normally you don't see those 5 nodes like locked until the 3-minute mark. They had nodes for 3 minutes.
Thank you for the follow, Merlin.
Again, guys, there's supposed to be bans in this game, but both teams have now respectively chosen not to ban any leaders. We shall not see any repeated leaders from either side. So we move on to game number 2 of this best of 5. We are in the semifinals here. Mike Beaston Admiration against Hoju and Arenti. If you guys want to check out the brackets for today's unfolding of the tournament, type an exclamation point bracket down below. It is September. If you want to hit Liam with the sub, type in exclamation point sub, exclamation point donate. If you guys want to join in on any of these future tournaments for 1s, 2s, and we never know if we'll see a 3s tournament, you can check out the Discord. You can get it directly from the source. You can type an exclamation point Discord down below.
Now game number 2, we're going to be seeing Voridus and Atriox coming out from blue team. CYM B Team versus Forge and Yap from the opposition here.
Yeah, and you gotta, I'm really gonna focus on Vex and Mike here. As you know, we're gonna see a lot of some of their strats that they've been working on for the past couple of months, or past couple of days, or past couple of weeks. We have no idea how long they've been playing, but
last 3 years.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. He's going to open up a chopper and he's going to set his rally point off to the side. We do see that yellow and blue bundle off to the side.
The only thing we do know is not one single team have managed to beat them in a single series, so they are still undefeated. They've taken a few losses here and there in terms of games, but not a full series.
And I put that a little on Mike, because he was, like I said, that last tournament when you're watching it, you can see the rust on him. But this game, he's just clicking really, really fast. His builds are on time. His pathing is amazing. So I'm sure we're going to see that cleaned up a lot here. A lot of this action going down on the side here for this
Yeah,
power.
big fight over here. Hoju actually cancels his ram there. Admiration gets his ram in, but the fodder, the vet 3 fodder are actually extremely strong, by the way. Look at them blocking the chopper and he can't get out of there. He's just trapped in.
And that's how well that these players are playing this game. He knew that he could set those 3 units off to be able to trap them. He's trying to do it again here. He's going to focus down 1 unit, pinch it in. He's going to clean up all those units off the side just like that. Literally on his own. So we are seeing both teams pick up their respective minis. No overextensions, but yellow and red are going to secure both big power bundles off to the side. Here we are seeing a Rax come up 5th for Admiration.
Yeah, we got double racks actually coming up from Admiration now, 1 on the back mini as well, so it's going to be double heavy grunt likely with methane wagons when he gets the point. Mike actually going to be going into a 2nd generator as Forge, and he does have the armory up for the Forge Hog as well.
Off to the back, yeah, that rally point set to the center. So we're seeing both players naturally, both teams naturally kind of flow, pick up their minis, fight for some eco in the center, and now they're all going to position themselves to be able to start taking these nodes, which we saw out of red team and yellow team was a massive advantage for last game.
They do have a counter pick though, Voridus versus Yap Yap, so they got to make something work. Actually, it's just really difficult for Voridus, probably his worst map in 2v2, because there's just no mini bases to harass. You can't get any combat spells off, so hopefully he didn't go combat spells, possibly went mine, Goo mine or something like that to help them in these early engagements.
We did see the shrapnel mines coming out of light blue here, who's positioning himself. He's trying to rally over onto the side. This side teleporter here. Looks like he did want to push, but Mike did have a scout unit there. Looks like he's going to cancel onto that.
Yeah, Mike has 2. He has 2 Jackrabbits. Looks like he's going fully into Jackrabbits. He's got another 2 on the way out. Only at 18 population right now. Arenti at 32. Hoju only at 20 as well. Arenti did actually go Gen first, so I would thought he was going to go into that quick expert build, but he's not opted in to do it. And now Admiration going to be pushing up with the heavy grunts and the methane wagon.
Yeah, and he hasn't set a double gen either for Admiration, so he's fully invested into this wagon heavy grunt push. They really want to capitalize on this T1 push. Forge in the center here, going to contest the center node as his rabbits are still trying to rally in, but light blue does have grunt mines.
Nice mine go down on the ramp there. The Grenadier drop almost hits it. The goo's going to be going down on the side. He's actually going to be picking the goo up. And he's dead.
Yeah, and didn't cause any
we got a Chosen here, but this Chosen is unupgraded. This Chosen's probably going to die. Oh, he's already lost all of his HP. He's stuck in the methane. Forge Hog picking him off. And he's dead as well. This does not look good for blue team.
Yeah, blue team just looking very unexperienced here. I don't know what to say. That Trox was positioned way in the back. He was caught
alone
here with this really aggressive extension here, but no eyes on that. And they went from being an early push coming out of light blue, who canceled that, and who's now trying to play defense as a Hortus player.
Light blue's just had nothing. He went double gen. He's upgraded all of his supply pad, and he's just spamming grunts like crazy. But he does have grunt mine, but not enough to deal with this. The methane wagon's the issue. That 20% debuff, 20% buff to those heavy grunts is absolutely huge.
And again, guys, that's what I was talking about, earlier. You got to stick to the plan. I did see Arenti. He was trying to rally at that teleporter. He wanted to push on over, grab some eco with those combat spoils, but he ended up not doing it, and now he's stuck with a lot of these useless grunts as we watch Hoju just completely get folded in on one side there. And again, now he's trying to cause a distraction with the grunts back at the home. So this could have happened literally 3 minutes earlier if he just stuck to the plan.
Yeah, he might kill that generator. There's going to be a beam coming down. He's going to split out of it, but Hoju's gone. Hoju's out of the game now. Recycled his main base. He didn't want to carry on.
What's the next man?
Doesn't have the mental fortitude to keep up with this level of play. The next map is Bedrock.
Yeah, and that's going to be handed over, again, the gods themselves showing up. They're coming in. They're playing very, very well. No trolling, no nothing. Just some solid builds, some solid gameplay. And again, sticking to their plan. We're going to see game number 2 handed over to Mike and Admiration, as Arenti and Hoju are now falling off in this semifinals that they played so well round number 2.
Wow, 2 6-minute games in the semifinals.
Yeah, that's when you start to see the experience and the knowledge of both sides kind of unfold as you get to these later rounds, and you watch great players like this just come in and completely dominate. But again, this is going to be game number 3. Hoju and Arenti got to pull something out of the pocket here. Again, no bans and no repeat leaders going down in the semifinals. Mike and Vex looking very, very strong. It's Bedrock, right? You said Bedrock?
Yeah, it's Bedrock.
Who is Monosaurus Kingpin?
I don't know. Someone new.
So we did see Hoju and Arenti. They opted in for Forge Decimus when they last played this round. Curious to see if they're going to stick to that plan. Mike and Vex already opted in for their leaders here as we kick off game number 3. Again, Arenti and Hoju got to pull it together here. Consano Decimus versus a Consano Vortis. Mike and Vex's classic Sano Vori.
Yeah, very
Team 1 gameplay.
A very strong combo for this map as well. Consano Rabbit's really good in this meta. Voridus harassing all of these mini bases. It's going to be rough again for the CYM B team, but this is more like a CYM training session we're seeing here now. Mike and Vex showing Hoju and Arenti what is up.
Friendly customs going on in a tournament. Hoju's actually not going to open up, or Arenti's not going to open up a unit. He's actually going to acquire his mini early on. Doesn't want to get pressured for a mini, so he does have to worry about that back mini because Vortis is now overextending with that grunt. Has completely disregarded that side bundle of blue there.
Yeah, the grunt and the chopper on the way as well. Looks like the chopper's going to the middle, and he should be able to catch a marine on his own there.
Yeah, so Arenti's got a lot of decisions to make there. Mike's going to see that. He's going to completely turn around and try to press on up to this back mini. Arenti right on it. He's going to start soaring and try to beat it there. But again, he's going to sacrifice that unit in the center. And this is what a lot of the top tier players tell you. You either get your minis or you get your power when you're playing against a Vortis player. Pick your poison.
Yeah, both are as bad as each other. You lose a mini against Vortis or you lose the power. Either way, you're in a bad spot.
Yeah, let's take a look over at Hoju. Bring up a triple supply pad. He's going to acquire his 2 minis, his natural minis there. The double has not been picked up, so the 5th one has not been picked up for this team. Take a look back at home for Admiration. Now upgrading his generators. Only picked up one. He's only picked up 1 mini for now. He's going to pick up that double mini there and probably leave the back 2 for Mike.
Yeah, I mean, they aren't scared of the mini steals. They can pick up the minis when they want, when they can afford it, and when they need to within this build to keep it up online as quickly as possible, where blue team are the ones who have been put under pressure. They've already picked up every single mini base on their side of the map.
Right, now it just comes down to pumping and be able to check your micro and try to defend about what's going to come. Curious to see what Mike's going to opt in for. He's got a late mini pickup here, but it looks like he is queuing up some choppers. So it might be Vortis choppers here.
He has a raid camp up on the mini base in front of his base as well, so we will be seeing some jump pad brutes, possibly some grenadiers, but he's most likely just going to be relying on that 2nd point drop, along with a flame drop as well from the Consano.
And for Consano, we're not seeing the rabbits. We are seeing that Rax come down on the double mini, and he is triple pumping Marines as he tries to naturally flow and pick up some nodes here as they're going to position themselves to try to take some map control.
Fight going down here. We actually have Grunt Mine from Hoju here. He's going to take down a Jackrabbit and a Grunt. Now got some Kansana Rabbits on the way from Arenti. Going to try and kill this Chopper. Going to block it with the Grunt. They should be able to catch it.
Yeah,
keep those Chopper numbers down.
We are seeing no Hell Charge coming out of this Kansano player.
Yeah, Mike just lost 2 Choppers for nothing there to those Grunt Mines. Looks like a bad rally point kind of from him. Grandrop going to be coming down in the middle of all of those Grunts, though. That's going to put in a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's been a lot of damage, and you did burn those mines out of the bulk of his Grunts there, so maybe the 2 Choppers were kind of worth it.
The Grenadier does suck up all of the glue as well, gets a nice buff, picking off all of those Grunts as they push down. But Kansana Rabbit's going to be pushing up on the flank to Mike Beaston's generator. He has nothing to defend this. So if Blue Team can get some turrets up and defend back at home, obviously they're against a Voidus. Like, taking a Voidus gen, he can just siphon the money from your generator. So it's still pretty rough in terms of trading here.
Yeah, I want to see how this unfolds because Mike's usually not pressured like this. I want to see how he utilizes his units. How is he going to hang on to them here? He is going to lose this generator 100%, so he does need to push and utilize his combat spoils and push onto a generator to try to recover from that. If not, he's going to be set back behind. Yellow's actually going to soar on home with his Marines after taking that first node and try to defend here. They're going to take that generator, and he might get this upgraded Harvester as well.
Yeah, I think he will. He might even be able to kill that generator. Admiration is back with Marines. They do have Grenade Thrower. Looks like Arenti might be overstaying his welcome here. 2 Jackrabbits going to get stunned and taken down by the Choppers there. Does not manage to finish the upgraded Harvester, but he did do a lot of damage. But he's now going to lose all his Rabbits. Choppers here now rallying from Mike. This is a lot of Choppers as well. Grenades are going to connect as they try and escape. There's only 4 Rabbits left, and Arenti losing nearly all of his army with that push.
And we saw the T1 investment there. Every single pad was upgraded for Mike. Because he does know he's going to like quadruple pump these Choppers, but you got to commend Arenti for trying to make a play and save his teammate from being pushed on in because he did lose a lot of those Grunts. Again, Hoju opting in for Grunts and Suicides, even though we're seeing oppressive Choppers, but he's trying to set up against those Marines that we did see coming out of Vex. And again, the battle's going to go down in the center here as they fight for the nodes once more.
Yeah, we had another Grandrop go down there spreading goo, but it did get killed pretty much very quickly. The Jackrabbit's now pushing up to the Choppers. Going to get a good pick on a couple of those.
No, this
Mike did split off. Yeah, he's pushing this side down. Jackrabbits are faster than the Choppers as well. The benefit of Choppers is the Rams, and Mike's just going to throw away everything with a napalm missile coming down. Doesn't do a lot of initial damage, but Arenti is sitting in the flames there. All of the Choppers fall. Arenti manages to survive with huge numbers of Jackrabbits. He can now push back up to Mike's main base, and he's probably going to kill the Heavy Harvester now. Big Vortex by Hoju as well, going down on all of those Marines from Admiration.
Yeah, Hoju's just got to stay alive here as Arenti's going to push back on in and cause another ruckus because Vex does have to come home and help out against this. Mike has absolutely nothing. He lost all of his Choppers numbers. We are seeing 7 Rabbits still being pressed into here, and that heat of battle is definitely showing its shine here, along with the I don't know what that leader power is called. I forgot what it was called.
Red line?
Line, that's what it is. Red line.
Yeah, he's got the red line. He didn't go Hell Chop. Vex did go Hell Chop. The Marines so slow getting over here. Arenti is just picking him off. Took out that Heavy Harvester and immediately got out of there. While Hoju doing a good job at taking these power nodes. He's about to take 2 power nodes to 1. Is he in Tech 2 yet?
He's staying alive. He's taking some nodes here. Just going to try to get into that Tech 2 where Decimus is really going to shine. He's 5 seconds out from being Tech 2. Hoju and Arenti taking advantage of this downtime and putting in, setting up for their double gens here. So Hoju is getting into Tech as we're seeing 600, 400 power out for Arenti as he's still trying to be annoying with these Rabbits.
Yeah, I mean, he's scouted that base. He needs to take that down. That looks like his #1 priority right now. He's going back over there. Mike's going to be getting a second turret up on his main base and more Choppers still coming out. Looks like he's going to go back to Mike's base instead. Bit of a pathing issue with his Rabbits over here, delaying stuff. Beam coming down from Hoju now, but good splits by Admiration. Now goes the Grunt Mine on these weak Marines. Hoju does have the numbers here, though. If he can take down that sniper... Yeah, Admiration's going to lose everything to these Grunt Mines.
I love this decision making as Hoju, Arenti just did not want to stay and fight there. He did not want to take on that 2v2. They knew they would lose that. continuing being annoying, and he's going to take down one more generator.
He really wants the generator, but the grain drop and the choppers have arrived. The Invi goes down to save the generator. The Jackrabbits are going to have to back off after losing another lot of Jackrabbits there.
Hey, he's 15 seconds out from Gen. He's just doing his job. He's being annoying. You can tell how comfortable of a Consano player Arenti is here. He's literally carrying this team as Hoju continues to mass on these grunts. They are going to pick up their opposite natural expansions here.
Yeah, I like that play.
To do the same.
Admiration did the same as well. You generally want to do this, by the way, because on Bedrock, you very much tend to get a lot of base trades where one team will push down the left side and the other team will push down the right. So if your expo is directly in front of your main base, you're going to lose 2 bases in that trade. Where if you crisscross them like this, both of you are only going to lose 1 base, so you're both still in the game.
Right, exactly. You don't lose all your production buildings and your main as well. Especially staggering the UNSC banish here. You're going to fight a shield on one side, and then on the next one you're not. So
Hoju and Arenti need to push right now. Mike has 34 population. Admiration has 24 with the Hogjack that has just come in. But Hoju with a big 77 and Arenti with 45. They have the numbers advantage. They deny the Expo. Another napalm missile going to be coming down. Going to miss a lot there, though.
Wow, and this is a great vortex. You're going to try to catch that leader. Don't want that to get out of hand. They don't need that to be annoying in the background here. Red's going to drop in his 4th point. And Hoju's finally rallying in. He's got to get there. Arenti is basically throwing everything here, waiting for his teammate who's relying on those grenades and counter units here.
Grunt Mines in the choke point should be good. Put some damage in on the snipers and the Warthogs here.
Wow, and the Boundless Siphon finally kick in 4th point there. So Hoju's going to look very, very beefy here. He's got to get those infantry upgrades. He's got to get those counter units. He does have his Warlord who's coming out now. Does have his expansion online and get an Apex up for some engineers as they push on up with these Boundless Siphon units.
The Grand Drop doing so much damage in the middle of those grunts. No splits by Hoju, losing a lot there actually. Admiration though, 11 population now.
If this is the game to win against the gods, this is it right now. You got to sit front center with these counter units. Keep the pressure on. Do not let them get back into this game. Vortis has been behind this entire time by being bullied by Arenti's Consano. Hoju's just got to step on up here as he continues to try to take map control with the grunts and counter units in the center.
Yeah, Admiration is getting his leader back out. Flame Wall being reset. He's got the 3rd generator up. He might just eco up now. He has a double barracks on the double mini, but not actually building out of that. He can play for drops if he wants to. Just eco up, play for his drops. But blue team looking really strong. They both have a base up. They're both in tech 2. Mike's base is upgraded as well. He's got siege turret coming down. That's expensive. That's going to get killed.
Admiration sitting on 11 population. He's sitting down the 3rd gen over some units here. He's utilizing his leader here the best that he can. Got some Cyclops on the field, but they're just being harassed here. And again, the map control is going to be showed for blue, and dark blue just needs to get into the fight. We want to see him push on up here. He's got that massive 76 population floating 2k in blue, while his teammate is not doing so well in the blue department. I wish they would work a little bit more as a team, feed each other, try to populate and keep the pressure on here.
Hanging out outside of Mike's Expo now. They do have a scout on Admiration's Expo, so he'll definitely won't be able to take that. And it's about to be 4 power nodes, 2-0 in a second.
Vortex coming down in the choke. Oh, it's a beam in the choke. Hog's coming down for some stuns as well.
With the flame wall, that's a huge flame wall. I heard you sitting in it, but a ramp does come off. Yeah, well, the Warlord actually stuns the Kinsana, so her flame wall gets cancelled. Arenti now coming across to help his teammate. Yeah, another napalm missile going down it through the middle.
He's just sitting inside of it. You hate to see it. That was such a good setup, and there's just...
Vortex is ready. The Y ability goes down on the Kinsana. Should be able to kill her.
I really wish we would have seen this Vortex in that choke point where the beam was at. Those counter units would have cleaned up a lot more of the units here. But just like that, Mike is auto-canceling that Vortis for his life. And they're going to take out that Decimus player.
Should be able to kill the Warlord while Arenti is harassing the main base at the Expo of Admiration here.
Yeah, but those turrets are coming on up. Oh, you did get rid of the turrets. Gotta help try to clean up there. Gotta land a nice stun on a flame wall, his own respective flame wall here. He's gonna get smoked out. Finally getting fed by Hoju here, as they want to keep rallying into this top center and keep this aggression here. Mike's spending the goo here with his leader's Y ability. Invig's going to be popped, and we are seeing.
Oh, he misses though. He misses the stuns with the big drop. It goes in at the back. It doesn't even benefit the hell charge from dropping it on his own army. So that was a complete miss there. Maybe some lag. I'm not too sure, but look how fast this army is now.
I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm seeing nothing coming out of red anymore. He's got 2 units left on the field, and light blue has got all of his units, including his big drop, and they're going to soar on over here. Arenti and Hoju looking really, really well there.
That's the counter drop.
Defense.
Yeah, on top of the big drop from Arenti. That's going to get taken out, actually. Should be able to kill the tank as well. All the flamers are dead. The Hornets should be able to escape. They have the speed. But Mike now on to Wraiths. Remember, he's on a single base, so he's the one struggling in this game economy-wise because he is Voridus and he is not on the aggressive. They've been on the defensive for this whole time. But now they managed to defend the push onto Admiration's Expo. Looks like they're going to make a push down the left-hand side now.
All right, we're literally watching yellow and red doing a play-by-play here. They're literally reading these literal real-time situations to try to defend or attack here, and they've been cleaned up once or twice, and these drops have been saving them at the last second. Blue team definitely has to get populated here and push right back on in because both red and yellow are struggling in their respective eco departments. Pure defense coming out of red and yellows. They're going to set up for red's expansion here. Light blue still trying to make a play here, but turrets are slowly coming on up. I'm sure they're going to get upgraded here pretty soon.
Yeah, he really doesn't want that siege turret to get up. He's tried building that siege turret 3 times. They're so expensive. The Banshee's now coming out from Hoju. Here's Decimus, right? Yeah, the Decimus Banshee switch. Actually going to be denying the expert of Mike Beaston as well. If he can get mass pop Banshees up, that'll be really good for him. But Arenti is still on a maximum of 80 population. I think Hoju is the only one with reinforcements right now.
Yeah, and he needs to utilize these units. He hasn't been in the fight helping his teammates. It's literally been Arenti 2v1 for quite some time here as he's fighting Hornets against Wraiths here to try to keep the production down. And Arenti has been on top of Mike's neck this entire time. He will not let him breathe. Voridus has not been able to utilize his countermeasures. I mean, not countermeasures, his combat spoils once.
Yeah, he has to do. He's kept him down really well in this game. Hoju, however, he keeps eating leader powers, and he's just sat still at the moment. Look at his teammate doing all of this work, and he's just sat there in the middle, just not putting any pressure on whatsoever.
Yeah, Arenti doing everything tooth and nail, trying to fight here, trying to pull the
No shield on the main base for Mike.
Probably going to see this. We saw a big drop. He's almost around the corner from Inferno here. This might have been a little too premature.
What is Hoju doing? He's still sat there in the middle doing nothing. He could be pushing up to the Expo right now while Arenti is doing all of this work.
Yeah, it's a 2v1 right now, and Arenti's doing a great job. He's really hanging in here, trying to wait for this Inferno. It's just taking forever. He's got to kill 1 or 2 more buildings and a few units.
He's going back to defend against this one Kinsano hero with his whole army, and he won't be able to stop her. She's too fast. She will be able to escape.
Arenti playing so well, splitting his units. Look at this, causing a ruckus, and Hoju just not doing anything.
Big invig on the main base of Mike Beaston. That's going to save all of his pads there. He's now going to put his focus onto Admiration's base, but there's 3 anti-air turrets on there. That base is unharassable.
Yeah, that invig was waste on Mike's base to try to save it. They were pre... wow, look at these anti-air turrets back at home. They knew that Inferno was coming home there. But Arenti's just going to switch bases.
Oh, he's actually going to fight this. He's actually going to try and take down the anti-air turrets. He's going to lose all of his Hornets. Meanwhile, Hoju did manage to kill a Kinsano leader. In other news.
It's just so disheartening. There's got to be some kind of communication going on between these two.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know what he's scared of, but there's an Inferno on Mike's base, and the Flame Wall goes down, but the Flame Wall gets cancelled!
That's an all-unit mistake there. He's trying to get out of there because he did lose a lot of units at Yellow's base there. He's trying to get away. Now he's going to be punished for not having enough population, and his teammates got to rally on him. His teammates just worrying about getting the 4th node here. It's 17 minutes as a Decimus player. Yeah,
he's still got 73. This base is still really weak from the Inferno. He's going to lose both his gens here, and Arenti also going to be picking up a 3rd base.
Hoju's sitting at 97 population, floating 5,000 blue. He needs to feed his teammate who just lost everything in these fights.
He's sat right now in the middle, sat still, eating siege turrets.
Come on, Hoju, get it together, man. Arenti's been carrying you in this. You gotta be able to take at least one game off the gods. This is bragging rights right here.
The Vortex going to be taking down 2 heavy harvesters there as well. Mike has nothing. A beam on the pad as well. The disrespect from Hoju.
That's a complete strip there coming out of the Consano player, and Mike is just hurting. Take a look at Mike's eco right now. He's still floating 2,000 and 1,000.
Oh my god. Hoju just lost everything to a defensive Inferno. Wow. He's got Banshees coming swooping in now, but he just lost everything there to that Inferno.
Well, he's floating 5,000. He should be able to catch right back on up here.
Yeah,
He just needs his teammate.
He just needs to spam Banshees. He needs like 3 or 4 Apexes and just spam the hell out of Banshees. He's got them coming up now.
Teammate.
He's finally realised.
He's now fed his teammate. Decimus drop coming down. A nice Y ability there.
Gonna take down the tank.
The rest of Yellow's units. Look at the population. Mike's sitting at 23. Admiration's got 60. I don't know where the 60's at. It's got to be queued. Oh, he's got a Condor in the background. 36 seconds out. That's going to come home and defend. But these Banshees should be able to take that apart, along with the Vortex. Big drop coming in from Admiration.
Napalm missile on the Expo. All the minis almost taken down as well.
Firestorm Battle Group back on up for Arenti as well. This is probably going to be game here. This game could have been over literally 7 minutes to go. Maelstrom coming down. Probably going to see the first kata coming out of Mike.
Has to do something. He dropped the ground drop. There it is. Kata's late. He couldn't afford it. His teammate, I think, had to feed him some power there.
Look at Mike's. Look
No
at Mike's
units.
population.
Mike has no units. We got a nice
Wow.
armory build on his main base because he knows the game's over.
Wow.
The Condor's out though, making a push down the other side. Mike looks like he has given up.
I don't want to know. This Condor's going straight to Hoju's main. Banshees are soaring back home, trying to chase it.
I mean, he doesn't have a shield on. The shield's going up now. 27 seconds out, but Mike's out. Let me game over for Mike. We got the vultures here now.
Completely stepped on Mike Beast on this entire game. You harassed him enough. Definitely underestimated Arenti's Consano play here. We saw Arenti 2v1 nearly for 15 minutes.
Oh, the Condor doesn't make it. The Condor's going to get taken down by the Banshees. And Mike has been eliminated. You hate to see it. The gods bleed again in another tournament.
And this has got to give them some energy now. They got. I mean, you saw Mike and Vex open up for a Chopper Brute. They opened up Marine Sniper to try to play T1, but those fantastic B-side plays coming out of Arenti is gonna help. Is gonna help carry Hoju on this nice big map of Bedrock. What's game number 4?
You mean map number 4?
Yeah.
Map number 4 gonna be Frontier.
Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, watch the gods bleed once more, like Liam said. And scores now 3-1.
2-1.
2-1, sorry. 2-1, specify. Score is 2-1. What did you say it was? Frontier?
Frontier.
Frontier?
Yep.
Wow. That was fantastic gameplay coming out of Arenti. That was the Consano that you want to see.
Let me check the stars. No stars for Arenti. Doesn't reflect the game that he just had.
I don't know who's kingpin this guy, but he's now egging on Arenti. I don't know what is going on. I don't know. That was some fantastic gameplay coming out of Arenti, and Hoju finally picking it up towards the end. They're floating 5,000 feet. His teammate. They were able to push back on in with that Banshee close there. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it's the best of 5. Scores now 2-1. Game number 4 going down on Frontier. The gods have bled. Mike and Vex have dropped a game in this series. This best of 5 in the semifinals. Arenti and Hoju finally waking up. Arenti showing his skill, playing as Cansano, who's going to bully Mike that entire time. Admiration trying to keep up, get nice trades off with Hoju in the middle. Hoju doing his job, staying alive as Arenti continued to push in the Vortis player there. But now we're going to see Frontier. We're going to see some very, very early aggressive gameplay. Again, there's no repeat leaders, no bans across the board. Hoju and Arenti got to win this game. Take it to a game number 5, potentially contest the gods. The gods, I don't know how they like being perceived, but they did drop that game there. See if they clean it up on this gameplay, or if they're going to try to hand over another game to Hoju and Arenti. Again, we are in the semifinals. If you guys want to check out the bracket, exclamation point bracket down below. September, if you want to hit us with the sub, exclamation point sub.
Serena, popular pick on Frontier. Serena Colony vs Serena Trucks.
Yeah, we don't see any Johnson coming out of any of these players. Mike clicking aggressively. Are a little disheartened by that loss that happened from last game, but he is going to be Serena. He's got to opt in for these, for this map control here. He's going to open up a Marine. He's going to split off a couple of units to acquire some bluey here. Not going to press the yellow. He does know that the Trox is on his side. Does have a chance of contesting, and Hoju himself is going to open up a chopper. Single supply, going to set himself up and his teammate to be able to acquire their natural mini up top there. Take a look at Arenti.
Arenti actually going Gen 2nd and picking up that mini base, so that's going to set him back in the blue department early on, but he has immediately gone to pick up a lot of the blue. We're going to be getting a contest from Admiration on the big power bundle next to Arenti's base here. He's going to try and steal some of that away.
Why not? You always gotta just take a gander, take a look to see what's going on.
Big battle in the middle. Hoju actually going to be losing 2 grunts to a chopper and the rest of the army here, but he does have a chopper harassing the big power bundle on the left-hand side.
And that's what you want to see out of a colony player there. You want to see him being aggressive, taking advantage of that chopper. The skit's eventually going to come on out to help clean everything up, and they're going to take dark blue and blue's natural gas up front there.
So Arenti actually forced to use the ice blocks to secure the power over on the right hand side. He drops that down just to get the grunt away, freeze it up.
He's gonna defend it too on his.
And they take the other power bundle as well. So he's dropping on both of them. So blue team actually going to be securing all of the power there. That's almost 300 power.
Right, but red and yellow did overextend and take their natural gas up front. So Hoju's just actually rebounding him, still able to upgrade his generator there, as his natural gas was taken there.
So we're getting a Rax on the middle mini from Mike Beaston. We have the War Council from Admiration and a second Rax on the main base for Mike as well. Thank you for the follow, Deadly Cobra.
We are seeing Crown Troopers already being pumped out of Hoju Bobby Daniel. That's going to be Arenti. He's going to position himself to try to take some nodes here, because again, both players are Serena, so that center focus is going to be the most important node as you're trying to bound here on the map.
Yeah, it's just a single Rax from Arenti as well. We're getting Skitters and Choppers coming out from Hoju, it looks like. Yeah, Skitter Chop seems to be the comp from him.
Each Rax chosen, 27 seconds out.
Sniper already in the middle from Mike. They're taking full map control right now. They're going to be stealing the node away from Hoju. And that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, and this is how confident they are in their micro here. They can actually do the math here. A plus B equals C. They know how many units it takes to kill how many units, and they know exactly what's on the field here. And they believe in their micro to be able to push on up and overextend and take this node. Again, that second point that came down, and great ram there out of the colony player trying to defend that node there. The most important node is that very center node. They got away with that. They're trying to overextend and take the next node to take complete map control. They're rallying in the center here, and now we're going to see this fight take on and unfold here.
Gonna be a huge fight in the middle. The chopper ram's going in on that chopper skit. Doesn't manage to kill it, but he should be able to get away if he can micro it away, but one ram is going to put an end to that. The Chosen now pushing down the middle. No upgrade for him as of yet. But that is on their way.
Yeah, and the issue was the snipers. They were trying to pick them, but that node was taken. That's going to deny the choppers from soaring on in. And now the Trox is here to deal with the choppers, and just like that, that's going to be game number 3. Enemy player disconnected.
Yeah, Arenti already given up, and that is another 5-minute game.
And you gotta commend Hoju and Arenti. They brought it back on that Bedrock, but that Frontier game is going to be a little too much for them. Probably got to get a little more experience from the belt, a little more teamwork, but you gotta commend them for taking 1 game off the gods. We're going to close that out in 4 minutes there. And that series is going to wrap on up as we watch Mike and Vex head on off to the grand finals. Liam, if you could update us on the other side of the bracket, that'd be amazing.
The other side of the bracket is Almirante Hippie in the semi-finals. And we got Be Safe and Rock versus the Chavcav.
Are they playing that?
They should be.
Switch the scene too. Can you talk about the bracket? Put it up on the screen or something.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't have it set up.
It's the link that you sent.
I can jump in my hog if you like.
Yeah, that's fine. It's you just copying and pasting one link. So we don't stare at the menu.
Well, Hoju hasn't given up. But his base is almost dead. See the tournament TV.
That was a great watch, man. Watching that node try to unfold like that for Shipmaster on Rift is insane.